Hi Everhouse, we are Tony and Inii King. Welcome to our home in Bedford, New York. There's something really special about this piece of land the house is on. We're right next to a farm, we're backing onto the woods. It really feels like we're sort of on the edge of the forest here, but we also have some beautiful green lawns. When we moved into the house, there were something like 29 dead pine trees out the front. What we did was clean everything up, start to work on the landscaping, and then start to make plans for a full gut renovation.
It had a quite unique bone as well. I think there are many sort of traditional farmhouses in the area, but it had quite unique structure we can build upon to build something slightly different from everyone else.
We lived pretty close by and we would drive past this house on a regular basis, and all we could see was dead trees and a big dirty house, but we were very intrigued by what was beyond the trees. Eventually the house became for sale, went to an open house, made an offer, and we were lucky enough to buy the property.
We focused on designing something that will stay timeless. Design something that will make the material shine. We chose materials really carefully. Slate roof, a lot of metals like brass and copper gutter. Those were the most important things to us, and then we designed everything around those. We defined different areas with sort of different color palette. Some of the smaller rooms, like the powder room downstairs and my office, we wanted those rooms to be a little bit more interesting and dramatic, and that's why we went with wallpaper. It's very special. Everyone loves the wallpaper. Sometimes some people can't even tell those are wallpaper because like the level of details is really incredible. Every time I look at those rooms, it makes me really happy.
One of the things we added was another floor above the living room, which we turned into the ensuite bathroom for the primary bedroom. We have a bathtub right in front of this giant window, and it overlooks the farmland and the pond. So whilst you get an amazing view, whilst you're in the bathtub, it's completely private and it feels ultra luxurious.
Having that lots of natural light is important for us, so we put a lot of big windows everywhere, and I love getting so much sunlight.
And then the other thing is we work closely together, but we don't always want to be in the same office. So we have a kind of really beautiful office space that one flows into the other, but we have pocket doors. We can make them private if we need to. We do spend a lot of time at home and work from home, so it's really nice to be able to sort of have these different positions where you can sort of see out into the woods or onto the pool or into the pond. And then sometimes if we're feeling like we're working too hard, we pull a nice car around to the front and have it in front of the office so we can at least look at the lines of the cars while we're working. We love old things. We love the house to feel classic and old, and we really love vintage and classic cars. One of the most important things to us was the garage, and that's kind of where we started. So we built a garage that holds 6 cars, and what we try and do is really maximize use of them every weekend and as much as we can. We love nothing more than to sort of forget about the technology we've been using all week and to have a bit more of an analog lifestyle at the weekend. Bedford itself is very special. It's the perfect mix of quiet countryside and beautiful horse farms, but also not too far from Manhattan. Going further north from here, you really get into quite a rural setting. And there's some incredible roads, so we'll go out in the morning, take a couple of cars for coffee, switch around and maybe go for dinner in the evening and something, and really sort of integrate them into our lifestyle. We do love going to the city and going to our office, and we have a lot of meetings, and there's nothing better than escaping and coming back to the countryside. And I love that juxtaposition of being in Manhattan for a few days and then coming back up to the countryside. The two lead to a really balanced life. One of the things we wanted to do with landscaping was create different zones. So we have an area where we can sit by the pool, a couple of chairs behind a pond, a lot of beautiful trees around it. So we tried to create different feelings and different zones that match the mood we're in. We have Fozzie and Peggy, our golden doodles. The house is so perfectly set up for them. They have a dog washing room, but more importantly, they have 6 acres to go off and run around that's completely fenced in. Sometimes it feels like they're in a luxury dog hotel. Bedford's a great place to raise a family as well. We obviously have 2 golden doodles, and we have our daughter Olivia. She loves living here. She has a great network of friends. It's a really safe place for her, but it's also close to the city, so it's the perfect place to bring up a family.
Around the time we were planning what to do with the attic, I got really into Pilates, and then I thought it was a perfect opportunity to create really beautiful room with reformer in the middle, looking out the window. Very happy to have that done.
In this area, there are a lot of houses with lots of bedrooms. We didn't need that or want that. We wanted to create a house of kind of normal proportions, but with larger rooms and a really good flow.
Tony and I have been working together for almost 18 years, and then we moved up here 10 years ago. I would say last 10 years have been our sort of happiest chapter of our lives. We love living in quiet countryside. My favorite part of it is I've always had an old soul, and then I want to sort of like almost deny that I live in a hyper-modern world, and living here, driving older cars, like make me think I'm sort of like living in this time where everything's sort of simpler. I think I love that life.
Subscribe to the Everhouse channel by clicking on the logo to receive updates on our latest episodes.